boosted. I'm boosted. I'm boosted. As you can tell, I just got vaccinated and I just wanted to make a quick video about how it went down. I first got vaccinated in America the day before I came to Korea actually. I got vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson. And I know there's a joke going around apparently about its effectiveness or efficacy. And honestly, I don't really care. Before I came to Korea, I was reading about vaccination process and whatnot, and people were talking about how slow it was moving. And I just wanted to be safe rather than sorry. So I got it before I came, and I just got lucky to find that appointment right before I came because it was like last minute. So I got it in April, and when I got here, people in my age group were still not even ready to get vaccinated. So it took quite some time. I think it was like around September, October that people started getting vaccinated. I think majority of the people who want to get vaccinated are now vaccinated. Due to the new variants that are now showing up, it went into effect that businesses require proof of vaccination. And if you're vaccinated outside of Korea, no one respects like your paper from CDC because I guess it could be fake. And if you're vaccinated in Korea, you have this COVID app you can download. You go on the app and your information shows up. And when I first arrived, I downloaded it, except nothing was showing up for me. It was because I couldn't pull up information from America. So a lot of people like myself were frustrated that what's the point of getting vaccinated abroad if it's not going to get recognized when some of those vaccines were actually shipped from there. So there was a fight, not a physical fight. And then recently it got passed. Some government body allowed for foreign vaccination to be approved. So if you are within Korea and you got vaccinated outside of Korea, I don't want to speak for the rest of the world, but I'm speaking for the United States. You can now have your vaccination recognized and sign up to get a booster shot because your vaccination might be old by now. How can you make that happen? My boss told me to take my ARC, my residence card, my passport, and the paper that I got from the CDC when I got vaccinated. In my case, nobody actually looked at my passport, but you can bring it just to be safe. When I got there was a line. There were a few people ahead of me. I was there for like an hour, but it was not complicated and it was not hard at all. If you are like me and you're not fluent in Korean or you're not able to communicate in Korean, you should probably have a Korean friend on standby for you, or it could be your boss or someone who can go in with you. There were a few people who had someone come in with them. About 3 questions that was asked of me if I wanted to get the COVID app, which I had already downloaded. So if you also want to get that ahead of time, in case like your data is acting up or whatever, you can have it downloaded and they will just do the last step for you while you're there. They asked if I wanted to have the COVID app downloaded. I said yes. They asked if I wanted to sign up for the booster shot. Said yes. And they asked me where I wanted to get vaccinated. Do I want the app? Yes, of course. Booster shot? Yes, to update my vaccination. And third, where do you want to get vaccinated? At first I was being asked and I didn't really understand, so I called my boss. And then while he was asking my boss, and for some reason I understood, I guess he rephrased it or whatever, and I was actually answering for myself. But yes, my boss translated for me and then I agreed to the questions. He took the paper from me and my ARC. He went over, came back to me, and he asked for my phone number, my Korean phone number. So hopefully you have a Korean phone number. I'm not sure if you can move ahead if you don't have one. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I wrote down my phone number on a sticky note. Then he went back. I went in on Wednesday and he found some times on Friday and he asked me if 2 o'clock was okay. I agreed to it. And he went back and then he came back to me. And at this point, he came with another lady. Like I told you, my vaccination was not showing up. They came over into the app, go to the part that says get issued. It's at the top of the app. They click get issued and right away my Johnson & Johnson, the date I got vaccinated, showed up. And while I was by myself, I decided to go into the app to like play around with it. There was a feature that says link with your passport, which I clicked on. Unfortunately, it only works for people with Korean passport because that's one feature that I do not have. But my Johnson & Johnson was showing up starting on Wednesday. So that means if I wanted to go into a business that requires QR code, I can use the QR code from there, or I just went back to using my regular Kakao one. So basically, when I came to Korea and I heard, QR code was required, I was using QR code, the one that comes with Kakao app. Some people use the one on Naver. I don't use that app at all. Lately, when I knew that this thing was going to go into effect, I talked to my gym. Like, my vaccination is not recognized here. I would like to keep coming to the gym. What can I do? They told me to no longer use my QR code, just manually sign in. So that means signing in and writing your phone number down. But now I'm just going back to using my Kakao because it's just easier for me to shake my phone and scan instead of typing my passcode into the COVID app one. When I left from the appointment place on Wednesday, I left with this form that says confirmation of COVID-19 information. I don't want to show it to the screen because it has my information on there. It says my name in Korean, actually, no English letters whatsoever. It says my birth date, my sex, my address, my vaccine. It says the name of it, how many shots I got, what date, which is April 11th, and then it says where I got it from, and it says Miguk, which is America, and then this information at the bottom of it right there. And then I also left with a sticky note that the guy gave to me, which is the date of my appointment, which is today at 2 o'clock, the name of the vaccine, Moderna, which is Moderna, and the address of the place. So yeah, that's what I got. Today I got to leave work early. I went to get my vaccine. And when I left with this pin that says COVID-19 vaccination. Thanks, vaccine. You can see that. I left with this paper. It says the time I got vaccinated, and I think some information maybe I'm supposed to read for, like, if I have some symptoms after. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but it's all in Korean. I'm feeling fine. It's been like 1-2 hours after. So I just wanted to come online to share my experience and why I decided to go with the booster shot, because I want to have more freedom to be able to go into places and just to be safe, because if complications were to arise later. So I just got it, but I really was hesitant the first time, let alone the second time. When I left the clinic, no one told me anything, so I was like, okay, how am I supposed to get the second vaccine to show up on my app? So I got home again. I just did what the lady did at the place. I went into my app, clicked on the get issued one. Right away, my second vaccination is showing up. So I'm fully boosted. I'm safe, and just pray to God COVID just flies by me. I just don't want to get it. I know people say, like, oh, if you're young and healthy, you won't have that big of symptoms. I don't want it at all. Like, I don't want to experience it. I don't want it. It's Christmas. I don't want Christmas gift. Just keep it to yourself over there, wherever it is. So if you are in Korea and you would like to get a vaccination recognized, you can go to your community center, bring these 3 documents: your passport, your CDC card, and your ARC card, and it should be flawless, I hope, because that was how it went for me. And 2 days later, I'm boosted. Sorry, boy. I'm boosted up, and I got this to show for it. Go get yours. So I'm just TGIF. I got to leave work early, and oh yeah, on my way back it was snowing, starting to like show on top of roofs. I'm not excited about that, but I'm in my home and it's cozy. Good luck. I'll see you next time.